Going on, y'all? Back with another one. Back with another one. This is Sunday Dailies. Sunday Dailies. The I believe it's the 38th edition of Sunday Dailies. Yes, this will continue on to a little bit of next year. I'm not going to do this very often every Sunday. This series is going to be cut short once again. I will extend it next year, of course. I'll drop some content, whatever, but I'm going to take a different direction of this type of content. It's going to be, yes, I'll cam up a little bit. I'm going to pick a days and do it. I decided to do it on every Wednesday, whatever. But little bit did y'all know that this is a good concept to start on Sunday Dailies. Now, why I say I'm not gonna do much of it extra. The reason why I'm not doing it, because I'd rather be just chilling on Sundays and then just drop a little comment there and there and just add a little spice to it. You know what I'm saying? But Sunday dailies, I'm gonna extend it to probably the rest of the early winter, probably end it in the spring. So in the spring, it's gonna be a little different because when the first day of spring, that's I'm gonna end it. It'll be somewhere around in March. I'm just giving you an idea what April and May is gonna look like. It's gonna look like I have my pre-recordings on every Wednesday, and I'll do something for Wednesday. Have topics, talk about real stuff like I normally do, because I'm trying to get away from the stuff that I did from 2021. So Sunday dailies, we're going to talk about things going on. We heard last week that Yemen warned um, the shipping and the waters of the Palestinians, but we ain't getting into that. That's a major thing. A lot says a major blow, but technically it's not. It's not talking about it. And Yemen is a whole nother story, but that's a whole nother topic. But that's what I'm hearing now from the other day of last week, and this is the beginning of the week. So Sunday dailies, we're going to talk about real stuff. Now, I want to talk about the situation with this person said she built her content. I said this last week on Thursday Thrills, and I felt like she's capping people that know that built her channel. It wasn't just oh boy, the prophet and myself. It was several other people that helped to build the channel. It was a lot of people. So she better be careful what she got. And then I know she's monetizing everything, but if I was her, these niggas is done. Okay, they're done. I don't see them thriving on YouTube. I mean, YouTube's not gonna thrive forever. You know what I'm saying? This platform is done. I mean, I look for a billionaire to change it. If anything that it looks, people are shifting away from YouTube. I see this coming in the next little bit of, I'll say 5 years from now, this site it'll be gone. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be gone, but it's gonna be gone. The essence of it, there ain't gonna be much content creators supporting it. Because what you gotten is a bunch of weirdos that came in and messed it up for everybody. So I don't care what the next person does to their content. So you got to understand that we're in a time that people just don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that we see all the time on the net. So I know it's raining out here, a little bit of rain and things like that nature. So we keep posts, it's getting colder, as you can tell. 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 We'll worry about that later. As you can tell, it's cloudy now, but it was raining earlier. It was raining the other day, the yesterday on Saturday, but let's see what's going on here. Yeah. And it's cold and it's gonna get cool, whatever. I'm just saying just be careful and be mindful of what's going on, but it's gonna be cold the rest of the week. So, everybody's getting prepared for that day. They're just getting prepared for several other things, but I've been watching a lot of body cam footage and all that stuff. We're not trying to scare anyone, but you got to understand what type of things we're doing. But yeah, a certain individual said her channel is built on what she built. Yeah, she got the ideas and everything, but you got certain ideas from other advisors. You didn't do it by yourself. I mean, you're not that type of content creator. Now, me, on the other hand, I built my channel based off ideas, and I've been wanting this concept for years. I've been doing this shit for like decades. This style of content with the microphone and all that, that's new. That came from people that does live streams all the time. And I used to do them a lot, and I stopped doing them because people stopped supporting me. And I had to figure out streaming is not the future. I mean, if you podcast, you do this, and you have all this stuff you can talk. See, I used to be a panelist when I started, but then I realized, what's the point being a guy hosting streams? I did a lot, and people started hating on you over time when a little jealous, and they couldn't do certain things. But if I wasn't with the money, there was a beef about that. That actually killed people's content. It didn't kill my channel, but it killed the content that they wanted to watch. But I do get support. It's a lot of fake people that wants to compete with you, and then I've had to learn that when I'm live streaming. That's why I don't drop links no more. I stopped doing certain things because you got suckers on here on the internet. Like, I thought I was cool with them, but then after that, I say fuck everybody else. But you have to. It's competitive and nothing special, and I just deal with what I deal with, and I'm sick of it. That's the thing I hate about this sorry website. I ain't found a platform that I felt happy as I can stream and then reach people and things like that. I can't do that on this platform. It's a sorry platform, and I'm gonna say it again. It's over for it. The next 5 years, it's gonna be dry as hell. It's already dry now, and y'all ain't seen nothing yet. It's gonna be empty. That's why I'm gonna stop really doing it and just drop pre-records when I feel like it. That's what you're gonna see me for the next couple after the 5 years, if we're still around. If we're not, you don't know how this world's gonna be, because everybody's now on the take with it. Like, they're going to war and all the stuff like that. What we're seeing right now, it's getting nasty, it's getting physical, and people are tired. So you gotta understand how everybody feels. Everybody's not gonna feel the same way that most people feel in the long run, but you gotta understand that's the type of stuff that we're gonna see in the future. But if you see that, the reason I did Sunday Dailies is to get away from Sunday Madness. Sunday Madness was a thing at a time that I felt like in the pandemic, I wanted to try something different, similar to it. It became the theme of Friday Special Madness. That was the theme of Sunday. And so what I did on those days, I did those in time, right? But this is during the pandemic. This is when people was really inside and they wasn't out there socially doing it, and they were social distancing, right? So Sunday Madness became a concept, I felt like, and then the second one was viral and it went crazy. That's the crazy one you will see. Had a lot of views and things like that. If you want to watch that as much as you want. And I don't really want to play it and repeat it. You can watch it on your own time, but that's the most viewed live stream of all time. It ain't the best. It's one of my least favorites, but a lot of shit happened that night. There was a lot of shit happening that night, and I was not using one of these microphones as you see on the screen. I was using a Blue Yeti, of course, a Blue Yeti Pro. I was using a Blue Yeti Pro, and I'll show you to you what it looks like. I was using this for Sunday Madness, right? I'll never forget it. I had this plugged up in this computer right here that you see on the camera, right? I had this bad boy. Yeah, I had it on the pickup pattern, of course, with the harp shape, you know. And I tighten these bad boys up, and I just tighten them up. And I was talking into it. Most people, they talk to it wrong. Like, say you talk into this on the side over here, side address, just like I talked the side address here, and I was talking, holding this at the same time, leaning into it and talking to it, like leaning into it like that. And that's what I was doing. I was leaning into this and talking it front address. Some people, if you see on videos with the other Yetis, they talk it like this. That's not how you talk in a Yeti. You talking from a side. And I just want to check you if y'all know anything about that live stream I'm talking about, the Sunday Madness #2. If you check on that playlist and that podcast on my section of my channel, you would know I was using this the whole time speaking. If you watched the early vids, I was using this for Sunday Madness, and I needed a microphone to help me supplement my content. So got a condenser. I was playing with mics and see what works on content, how my voice sound, all that. I was into that stuff. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. I was using a USB mic then, so that was the earlier videos, and you saw that, and then things changed when I start using the actual gear stuff, and then like I rose it up over here. Got my gain set, and then you see the XLR cable and all that. Niggas want to hate on you, right? But that's a good thing. I don't give a shit what niggas think because F the rest of them. But this is the type of stuff that we get to see what goes on here. So people are gonna have attitudes, they're gonna have egos and say, "Oh, this nigga ain't shit. He ain't talking about nothing. He talking about they will do it." Ain't nobody studying them niggas because they lame as hell. You think I care about the next person on here? I don't. It's competition. It's war. They made it look simple. 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 They made that shit look simple. But I'm just gonna look at it for real quick. So man's on fire today, but yeah, I'm just gonna knock it out. Ballpark is an ad, you know. I'm just gonna put it like that. But can I show it? Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. But like I said, I've seen a lot of things going and about it, but but just check to see if you see one of my the most popular on live. Just watch the top live stream. I just don't understand why people get caught up in the nonsense. I'm not trying to say anything bad. And I'm just saying, like, just let's get real here. I'm not trying to dictate people's channels and things like that. Y'all just gotta understand, I'm not playing with this shit, like this YouTube shit. I don't really care for it as much, but I treat it as what it is. Like, it's not something I will invest in long term. I just will not. Everybody has their viewpoint of how they look at it and how they hate and all that. It's very understandable why people don't mess with me. And I understand I'm very little controversial. I'm very out there. I'm very rough on the edges. But if you give me time, I redeem myself. I know how to do live streams. I know how to do panels. I've proven that. I have nothing to prove at this point. So when you're the most hated, you start off bad, but I start off good and I start getting views. Yeah, I did the panel thing. I did all that. I just don't get no enough support because they look at you. Oh, your shit's boring. No, it's not. It may be boring the most, but some it's not. I'm still getting views. I don't care what nobody say. When I start camming up, people start, talking to you more and all that. But the hate is real. Like the hate is real. I always get hate. I am doing something right, but I'm the most disliked in these certain spaces, and that's fine. That's why you can't do it with niggas. I agree with Averb said last Saturday, but that's the shit that I deal with all the time. It's just crazy, crazy to me. And then, the second highest popular video is the political systems number two. Political systems number two is good. I had panels. I told you I have a conversation. Sunday Madness number four, the third best. That's to me, it's my favorite. It should be higher in views. Seriously. Independent Thinker Series number five is the best one. Conversation. I know how to produce live streams. Ever since I have this software, everybody wants to hate on it. And I think that's probably what it is. Like, I pre-record on this software. I don't care what no one likes. This is what I like. Fuck what a other person think about a platform that I use. I don't mind using StreamYards, but StreamYards ain't everything. I don't use StreamYards. That's for niggas. Niggas use that, and I understand. People get kicked off on that. I ain't got time for all that. Ain't nobody using no weak ass StreamYards. That's 2021 shit. I used that most of that 2 years ago. I'm not going back to that. I'm not paying for all that. It's not worth it. If I had the extra money, yeah, I'll use it for certain content. But I'll definitely use this as pre-record. The restream, it's worth it. The price I'm getting, shit, I'm saving money. I'm not on a budget on the streamer, but I have money. I just don't flaunt it like that. But if I did, I would take this to the next level. But this channel's not meant. This channel's designed for the select few that's gonna get out of this stuff and get prepared for this madness what we're about to see. But I talk about a range of stuff, current events, what's going on. Be mindful what's YouTube. I'm more of a messenger on here, and that's the whole purpose of this channel. Because I had created another channel, I talk about sports all day. That's it. And put in context, research, and then politics. I talk about politics, a little bit of current events, update what's going on, who to vote for, and keep your stuff stable. I could talk about various things. I just don't deal with the BS from certain spaces. That's my content. If you don't like that, get off. You know what I mean? Y'all do support, share it out, whatever. I don't ask for money. I don't do this for money. You niggas need money. Y'all need the monetization. Y'all need YouTube. I don't need YouTube. Not like that. No. That's y'all's problem. Yes, I'm an uploader, but I'm also a content creator. I don't mind being an uploader. I am that. But a content creator, I know what content is. Content can be anything. It's subjective. Content creation is a subjective term, and I'm going to probably do a stream on that. What is content creation? To me, it's subjective. And that's the damn problem with people, and they misuse the word content creation. It's the most sucker shit that I see all the time on YouTube. The most sucker shit that I've ever seen in my life. But it is what it is. Like, a lot of people just kill me with that. Y'all excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me go on mute. I'm back. I'm back. My ear was stopping up. My sinus infection gets like that too. It gets clogged up and then, heat up, amped up, and whatever. All right. It's pretty much, I'm just gonna keep this in the back, whatever. But y'all excuse me 1 minute. I'm just gonna go on mute. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back at it again. But you have to understand what time it is. But most people, they just get caught up on the little stuff, but YouTube is one of those places that you speak your mind and then you just leave it in post and wherever you speak your mind, whatever. Like I say, you speak for. Well, actually, there's no freedom of speech. I'm careful with the lines. I understand the guidelines and all this stuff, but I don't really care because I got popped before saying some controversial stuff. But the main thing I focus on is the context what I'm saying. Now, I used to research in the day. I still do, but I don't research no more because they took my man's thing down. So I'm not going to get into his website or whatever. It's a shame. A lot of information. You can find most of my old stuff. I don't do that content no more. If you ask me about it, I don't do that no more. No, I don't find it. I'm using a different computer, whatever. Because if I used another computer on my Windows, they probably took it down based off the things that's going on. I don't get it, man, but that's just how they get down, bro. I just don't get people like that. They get caught up with stuff and then just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And it just gets interesting when people talk about things and they just don't realize that a lot of stuff is just you see, you know? You know. But it is what it is. I'll get this off here. But it is what it is. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna make sure my recording is all crazy or whatnot. You know, it's just like wild right now. And that's how I look at it. It's out loud now and all this other stuff. But yeah. But you gotta understand that that's the whole purpose of me having the content of what it is. But Sunday dailies is just like I try to do something better than Sunday Madness because Sunday Madness is basically like I had a lot of panelists and things like that. I was trying to experiment. The first part, somebody tagged me with the Vice copy copyright claim my shit, and I had to do the Monday Fever thanks to some idiot, some troll that tried to mess with my channel. See, I was booming in August, but these trolls come around, they see a panel full of what's, and guess what happened? Compromise my shit. I had to cut everybody off because they was beefing with me. See, they didn't want a nigga to shine because they knew I was gonna be dangerous if I really kept it on the flow. But the problem was my channel was getting hit by trolls like that. It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. They would compromise. They're looking to see what type of content creators are. I'm not trying to be a bastard of a so-called minister's face. I left that shit probably that next year because when we had that fallout in 2020 after the election with Trump and Biden, that's when we had the fallout. See, it was no more of that. Everybody was going back and forth. That whole spring was about me and old boy and Fittinelli and all that stuff. That's what it was about. That was the whole thing about the whole thing. Because everybody had different viewpoints who won. We already know Biden won. Everybody was hating on that. And that's what we split because of two different ideologies. That's what happened. The space already died during in 2020. Y'all think it was alive in 2021. No, it died. It died during that time. It was over. Y'all was mad because the people that talk about relationships, that was their thing. I wasn't into that. I was a guest. I just minding my business, seeing what they was talking about. That whole month of March, from all the way from December, was the best time in 2021 history. And I enjoyed it because I had fun. I had fun that year. But the next year, it got whacked. A lot of fallouts on my end. Bam, again, twice in a row. And this time I cut loose. I cut loose on it. And then I start cutting ties to people. And I did that whole year. That 2023 was a rebuild year for me, and I enjoyed that because 2022 was a year for me because I had problems with certain individuals that got tired of me. But after 2023, it's been a good year for me on YouTube, and I've been like, this reminds me of 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I had success, and now they let me float. Bam. But next year it's gonna be a little rocky. I'm gonna do these type of pre-recorded content. You're gonna see more of me doing this like every Wednesday, probably in the spring. But Sunday dailies is what you get now in the winter, and you're gonna get that, and you're gonna get it in Black History Month. That's the whole point of doing Sunday dailies. You start doing it, you start understanding what's going on, and then there you are in pieces. See, back then, the election year is here. Now you see the big difference of what's going on right now. But I don't understand why people get caught up in the madness. But they understand that this is a bigger picture, what we're talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? But the whole purpose of me speaking on this, I'm not gonna make this too long or whatever, is to understand that have changed. And Absalom he said, I told y'all niggas. And he did. I said I told y'all niggas 2 years ago about these niggas. I mean, I met them in 2020 during the Raj Report. Kudemp, aka Anti, try to be like Kuda and Rudemp, right? He wasn't always like that. He was in that master shit with Roger Report, aka Mr. Reset Report. So Red, a lot of people try to say she's known as Red. No, she was known as Renaissance Chick before she got Chin Check, and then she changed the name to that rapper from St. Louis known as Sexy Red. She stole that name. They've been know who her name was. That name is played out. My ex-girlfriend's nickname was named that on Moco Space, but that's a whole nother story on that. We ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother story on that. But you know, that's what it was. She turned me on to Moco Space. I done fell out with that page. I can't even access it. And that's the whole point of accessing that page and doing what you're supposed to do. But after that, I was done with that. I was years ago. And I've been on YouTube since then and pushed forward. But when you push forward, you understand that that's what you see, right? But the whole year, what I've done, and thank goodness that this is my second channel, then I'm trying to be on the straight and narrow path and what's second, but you have to have what you have to have. So y'all excuse me 1 second, I'll be right back. Hold on, I'm going mute. Sorry about that. I had a little background noise. My apologies. You know, the condenser picks up everything. I don't want no BS around. But in advance, we did good. I understand that being on this platform, I understand the content, what people want to hear and want to see and what they want to get. You got to understand this is the real deal. This is a big deal. You know what I mean? You got to really be focused on what you want to say in content creation wise. But you got a lot of people get caught up on nonsense. But that's the thing that they want. It's a little drama and things like that. So we're in the age of people that don't care. I think Verb said it very clearly. I've been saying that shit for like decades, Verb. I've been saying that for 11 years. You think people care and they still not care. I've been saying that years ago on YouTube. I've been focused on certain things and I cut people out of my life. I've been doing this for years, man. This is the only place I can express myself and say to certain people that need a helping hand. And that's it. That's the only thing I use YouTube for is my hobby, speak my mind, what's going on in the world and break it down to fragments, use talking code a little bit and then move different. That was the whole thing why I built this channel. And then I talk about the other stuff, you know, intellectual research and all that. And now his stuff is gone and not so much. Get to why you can. That stuff is hard to rebuild. I can't go back and go to that website and research that stuff. That's gone. I know it can be found, but it's gone. Okay. Not gonna get into that stuff. But until next time, I'll see y'all this week. Of course, you know, this is Sunday Dailies, the 38th edition. And of course, the next live stream, you already know it's going to be Independent Thinking Series this week. You already know it's going to be the real deal, and that's the 36th edition. And then we got the 87th edition of Thursday Thrills. I'm going to talk about something totally different, and you already know how I give it up on Thursday Thrills. So with that, until next time, I'm signing off, and I'm out.